And finally, like, this thing's not staring me in the face every time with, like, nothing on it. You died with a spirit heart on you somehow. I didn't notice that. Dude, let's get Tainted Lilith sorted here. This is gonna be our last run, and then we will do, some Deepest Sword. Tainted Lilith. We want to do Delirium Light Side. We can't really guarantee that now that I think about it. We can kind of guarantee... You know what? The way we try to do it is we try to get Mega Satan going. I hate the sound on this run. You'll get over it. You'll be fine. No, apparently I used the Bible. I don't know. I was literally just like mashing the space bar. I saw a mall kiosk the other day that had an Among Us t-shirt that said, "In a world of crewmates, you'd be the imposter." The world is healing. Sometimes I think about those mall kiosks. Like, I wonder what happened to, there used to be like every, let's say October to December, like a calendar kiosk would show up in our local mall. Uh-oh. 0.45 speed, huh? And it would all, you know, is kind of before like digital devices that you could have in your pocket kind of like took off. So you'd be like, oh, it's October, better buy my calendar for the next year. And they had like, you know, Hunky Fireman calendar, Cat calendar, Seinfeld calendar, you know, Word of the Day desk calendar and stuff like that. I'm like, I wonder what happened to those guys. Like, I have to imagine the market has shrunk quite a lot. Not zero, but certainly they're not doing as much business as they were doing back in like 1997, right? They're still at the mall near me. So they got banished to the Midwest. Okay. Understood. My grandma still buys one for each grandchild for Christmas. That's kind of cute, though. You know, that's adorable. Yeah, is it the Hunky Fireman one? Asking for a friend? Mega Satan. I mean, I feel like a desk calendar is kind of like... I like the idea of, like, learning a word every day, right? That sounds pretty cool. It would only take you 30 years to reach the average, like, English vocabulary. But then... I don't think there's any reason that it should have to be digital. Like, 400 pieces of paper annually just to learn, like, what perspicacious means or something like that. You probably forget it anyway. I don't know. Basically, I'm saying cancel the calendar industry. It would be pretty perspicacious, though. You're not wrong. I know. I talked about it in an Isaac episode. Perspicacious is just one of those words where I'm like... I honestly feel... You know how, like, when you drink a McDonald's Sprite and it clears out your pipes? You're forced to go, like... Because it's that refreshing. That's how I feel when I say the word perspicacious. Like, I feel like I just got refreshed from saying it. Like, it tastes like peppermint in my mouth. Perspicacious. Speaking of perspicacious, don't forget to check out the final season of Kim's Convenience. We're going to see what happens to the Kim family and the wacky cast of side characters in the final season as they run their business in Toronto. Kim's Convenience, starting July 2nd on CBC and CBC Gems. I love Kim's Convenience. Is this a bit? This is a bit from earlier about how I can't wait until Twitch reaches the point with advertising saturation that like sports are at, where even when they don't have ads, like commercials, they get like a 2-second break in the action, and then they just do like an ad read, like a podcast. Okay, just take me down. We're not going to the devil room. Donkey, 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 dunk. This slash marker is brought to you by Toyota. This is the Sharpie slash marker of the day. Slash marker. For all of your marking needs, the most trusted brand in marking. Sharpie! Now back to your regularly scheduled programming. Stop. This is an audition! Stop trying to blow up my spot. Green doesn't look good on you. You're right. Why did I think that I need Mega Satan? Wait, no, I do need Mega Satan. Because I'm going to go Streamer Room, fight Mega Satan, and then take my 50% chance for Delirium. This Isaac time is brought to you by Modelo. Make any time Modelo time. I love it. I mean, this sounds bad, but it's just humorous. I love it when they... there's like a catastrophic injury on the court, but they still have to sneak in the ad read. So like some dude in the NBA will like have his ankle crack in half, and then they have to throw it to like, for all of your carb-conscious lager needs, Michelob Ultra is there for you, the official beer of the National Basketball Association. Luka Modric may never recover from that. I believe that's his tibia. I had to pick a basketball player, okay? I hope I did well. Modric in the NBA would be crazy. Oh, yeah, because he's a soccer player. My bad. Yeah, that's what I meant. Doncic. I may never step into this booth again. This drive by Castellanos into deep left field is sponsored by Tesla, our new long-range Tesla Model Y crossover vehicle. We'll have you doing long drives into left field or wherever your destination takes you. I may never step foot into this booth again. Anyway, moving on. Moving on. It is a good bit, though. NL, are you going to play the Nintendo Switch calculator speedrun? No, I wish Small Ant and Point Crow the best of luck in their quest to get the fastest ever Nintendo Switch calculator count to 1,000 speedrun. I'm rooting for them. I genuinely think that if I... First off, I would lose if I tried to do it. I watched Small Ants play a little Minecraft. To be fair, he's a Minecraft speedrunner, like, and a speedrunner, you know, agnostic of Minecraft. He knows what he's doing. But, like, when I watched him build a nether portal, like, in real time, like, bucket swap, and he just, like, built it and filled it in, like, in 3 seconds, without ever having to go get an extra bucket of something. He just found, like, where lava and water were close enough together that he could hit them all at the same time. I was like, this is not for me. It's too. I don't have that brain anymore. Similarly, I also feel like for the calculator speedrun, I would lose my. I would lose the use of my hands. All those little bones and tendons in my hands, they would just be fried, and for no reason. So I'm leaving that to the younger generation. I will be the... I'm happy to, you know, try to continue to cement this role as some kind of, like, weird elder statesman of streaming. You know, for me, I feel like I'm doing... The win condition for me in content creation is, like, the longer I can stay in the game, the better. The less things that can come in and knock me out, like a catastrophic injury due to traumatic pencil sharpening, I think that's the best. So I'm gonna, you know, give credit where credit is due. I'm gonna stay in my lane and just make incredible jokes at subreddit's expenses, and then we'll see what happens after that. AVGN just dropped an episode on Corpse Killer. Yo, a man of wealth and taste. I have it on good conscience. I saw a preview of the episode. You're not going to believe what he calls the game. Unless you're thinking that he's going to call it a cock of diarrhea doo-doo coming out of a bull's butthole. You know what? We should do the Eddie Room. You're not wrong. We should do the Eddie Room. Who made this? Oh, dude, +7. We got 0.75 speed. I'm freaking zooming. I can't even control this, dude. My agility is through the roof. I saw that TLC show you were talking about the other day. Oh, Extreme Cheapskates? Dude, that show, like, both Extreme Cheapskates and Extreme Couponing make me want to die. It annoys the crap out of me because anytime you insult those shows, you always get some moron, pardon my French, that is like, oh, so you just hate poor people. And I'm like, no, man. I just, like, these people live in a mansion, and they're bringing 17 freezer bags full of coupons. It's not even, like, impressive. Like, I admit I watch it because I hate it and myself. But, like, it's a, you know, upper middle class family. At least, you know, they're presenting as upper middle class based on their house and their possessions and stuff like that. So they got all these coupons. It took them, like, you know, instead of having to talk to each other and, like, figure out, you know, some common ground where they could relate and, like, grow their bond, instead they were like, let's just start cutting out the coupons so we don't have to feel an emotion or a thought. Anyway, so it was an $800 bill at the grocery store, and then they all got scanned in, and of course, like, it's just horrible for the employees, right? The employees are, like, 90% of the time on Extreme Couponing, their point-of-sale systems are not built to handle scanning, like, 1,000 different coupons in a specific order that have to be interpreted. Like, they're not just, like, you know, a very simple, like, relationship where when you scan it, you lose 50 cents. It's like, you know, oh, if you scan this followed by this, the legal wording of it makes it seem like it should be free. Anyway, so, like, they had to call the management and be like, okay, how do we even make this work in our point-of-sale system? And then management was like, it won't work, so you're gonna have to calculate this thing by hand. And you're like, okay, awesome. They're getting paid like $6.35 an hour with no tips to do this now. Anyway, so it went from $880 or something like that down to $19. And the mom was so gleeful. She was like, here's a 20, and I want change back. And I was like, I want change too, but not in the way, change the channel maybe. And then, the worst part after that is that they went over their haul, and they're like, Tina's haul includes 294 packs of gum. And I'm like, it's not even a necessity. It's just, nobody needs 294 packs of gum. Like, on some of them, they're, like, donating canned goods to, like, their local parishes and stuff like that. And it's, you know, you lose the moral high ground for criticizing them. Because they're taking the food, they're legally defrauding a corporation, and then giving the proceeds to the underprivileged. You're like, that's good stuff. Then this lady is like, she got 43 jars of mayonnaise. And you're like, you don't, like, this, you're just, like, you're broken. You don't need 43 jars of mayonnaise. You're just like, it's just a story at that point, right? It's just like, you know, hey, check it out. You see these 43 jars of mayonnaise? What does this do, by the way? I got them for free. Oh, you see this? All Garfield. Summons a Skelly boy for one room. What an insult. Fully furnished. I'm not taking Chaos. I think Chaos is legit bad, in my opinion. You can hit me with whatever that face is. I don't respect it. I don't think your masters can judge the ethicalness of this fire. I had it on a Blue Baby run recently, and like I made it to the end with no damage, and was just like, that was a lot of fun. Incredible. I want to save Soul of Isaac for our next angel room. I believe in its power. But what if Godhead in shop? But who was phone? Is that the joke on the man's widow? Anyway, I forgot what was I talking. Oh, I was talking about TLC. Yeah, I don't like extreme cheapskates or extreme couponing. At least extreme cheapskates, mostly the only people suffering are themselves. Like the dude that I was talking about who like he saves his bathwater and then uses it to wash his clothes and his dishes. I'm like, at the end of the day, is most of the brunt of the pain of this is on you, brother. So like, I mean, you might be kind of stinking up the joint at your workplace, but you know, it's mostly you're paying the cost. Extreme couponing is always like, you know, you just feel for the poor worker that got saddled with the cash register that day. Got to scan like 1,500 jars of peanut butter, and then at the end you got to put a smile on your face and be like, today your total comes to free. And then they're like, ah! It's like, you know, suburban Disneyland or something. Like it's a capital roller coaster. Just walk out, man. This location is closed because ain't nobody want to work. Based. What's your opinion on Disney adults? I don't really care. I mean, for the most part, like, as long as you're not hurting anybody, I don't. Look, I find it a little unusual when I saw the photos from like when Disneyland opened back up and like, you know, grown adults were like openly weeping. But who am I to criticize in that one? At least they're not extreme couponing, man. They're paying full price. I'm not going in there. We don't have an Eddie room on this floor. I'm not going in. I'm getting angel deals, man. I'm getting angel deals. That's all I have to say. I mean, I'm you know, I do get, I'm not going to say gaslighted. I get accused of being judgmental, and I think that those accusations are extremely valid. But for the most part, the judgment is not meant maliciously, except in a situation where someone is harming, obviously, but especially just inconveniencing other people. Like, if you look at all the bits that I get, like, roasted for, except for the food poisoning one, people are always like, oh, your time's so valuable. I can't wait for 5 seconds at the grocery store. I need to get through here as fast as possible. And it's not that. It's just like, you know, How'd you screw up so badly that, you know, the average interaction at a deli counter takes you 45 seconds from ordering to receiving a bag with your meat in it, and yours, somehow, is taking, you know, 7 minutes? You know, how'd you screw that up? I'm curious, mostly. But if you have a hobby that, you know, maybe some people might say is a little cringy, but you're not hurting anybody, it's mostly just a joke, you know? We're just telling a joke. What the heck is temporary tattoo? I am cringe, but I am free. Did Kate have any crazy pregnancy cravings? Not really, actually. I'm trying to think. I think there were like some things that she wanted. You know, fine. Yeah, oh, that's right. Like she did want to eat a lot of apples and oranges for sure. But there were things that she would crave for dinner. So we would order a lot of like the same stuff from Uber Eats because it was like, you know, peak pandemic. Well, I guess it was one of the many pandemic peaks. I'm stupid. But very, like, not any instances, I think, of like, hey, it's 3 a.m., like, get me some dill pickles and then, you know, put them on like an ice cream sandwich or something like that. Go back for the secret room. Okay, we can do that. Yeah, that's exactly right. It was weird, though. I kind of thought it was strange that she demanded that we get a king-size bed and make our bedroom exactly 60 degrees. And then she started talking about how, like, we need to, you know, redistribute the wealth from the 1% to the 99%. And I was like, whoa. Whoa, come on now. And then she started wearing these wool mittens. She turned Bernie pilled. And then she was like, oh, like you're doing right now? And I was like, hey, chill, baby. I'm just not ready for that kind of commitment. Sorry, it's Albuquerque again. Outbased and owl pilled. And I looked her in the windows of her soul. Just give me some spirit arts, man. I'm just trying to make up for the damage that I took like a fool earlier. You know what they should have done for repentance? They should have made it so if you drop a bomb and there's no floor underneath it, it just falls. And then it drops on you on the next floor. That would be freaking sick, man. The Omega bit. Okay, Necropolis 2. You said chill, though. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I've been fighting against it here. I always hate to throw a break into the YouTube videos, but I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quick, just for my own sanity. You can see me squirming around a little bit here. I'll be back in like a minute and a half. So don't freak out, chat. I'll keep the music going. Did you see that they released a BTS meal at McDonald's? And it's literally just 10 chicken McNuggets? What's up with that, man? Cactus Jack sent me. It does have a Cajun sauce, and I believe like some kind of chili sauce or something like that. I'm not trying to rile up the stands. It's actually the opposite. I'm trying to say the stands deserve a little bit more respect. You know, you couldn't have done a little bit more for the army. You just gave them a couple of new sauces. And one of them, I mean, it's like maybe I'm missing something. Does the Cajun sauce have any connection? I did see that they have, there's Hangul on the sauce package. So like, that's pretty cool, don't get me wrong. But I'm like, come on. Yeah, at least do something weird. You know, be like 11 nuggets. Then you'd be like, whoa. They really went out of their way on this one. I was like, man, it could be, you know, we could do that. We could do like a Soul of Eve is fun. We could do like a BTS meal taste test, and then I looked it up. Thought it would be kind of a funny bit. I looked it up, and it's just a 10 chicken McNugget meal with different sauces. Give me something cool. It's $1 cheaper than the regular meal? Alright, that's pretty cool. Maybe we'll do the taste test. We could still do the test. Any room! In Sweden, we have 9 nuggets instead of 10. You're always bragging. Oh, in Sweden, the government pays for you to go to school. Oh, in Sweden, we take care of people when they get ill, and when people have to go on maternity leave, they get like a year off. And quit bragging, man. Quit bragging. Just let us wallow in gluttony and peace over here, okay? Just let us embrace oblivion, okay? Over here in North America, at least Canada and the US, I think we all fully accept that we're in that part of empire right now that is, you know, silk slippers on a freshly waxed staircase. Just let us enjoy the decline in peace, okay? You don't have to rub in all the social programs and stuff like that you got over there. Oh. Quit bragging. Judgment. Okay, we could use the HP. Judgment. Joker. I mean, yeah, not judgment. Joker. Oh my god. Joker. How much do you pay in tax, though? I mean, it is less, but like, okay, I mean, I don't do this bit because, like, I'm not equipped to talk about it, but we always end up having this discussion with, like, my in-laws who live in Washington State. They're always talking crap about, like, Canada because our taxes are higher, and they're always like, well, that's what happens when, like, you know, so much of your income goes to taxes, is you get, like, this, and this. And then the other day, our sister-in-law messaged Kate, and she was like, how much do you guys pay in taxes? And we told her, and she's like, that's not that much more than, like, what we pay here. And I'm like, that's what I've been trying to tell you. Plus, we actually, like, get things. Not to be rude, but I'm like, we receive things. Like, I don't mind paying more to get something. I feel like I would be upset if I was in the US and I'm like, why am I paying like any taxes at all? I'll make my own road or something like that. People are always talking about, oh, you like roads. You're happy losing like 23% of your income for a road? Doesn't make any sense, man. Oh, but yeah, you've used roads recently. I didn't hear you complaining when you were on that road. Well, I just like it to have a sidewalk, though. Oh, look at this little, Your Majesty. Now you want a place where you can actually walk? Anyway, sorry. That's all I got. Debate Hassan? I don't like losing. Okay, we're gonna go play the Eddie room. I will say, I'm not trying to start beef with this son. It's actually like the opposite. But like sometimes when I'm like looking for something to put on the other monitor while I'm like setting YouTube videos, I'll end up on Hassan's stream. I think like I looked at his stream title the other day and it was like 90-day reacts, and I was like, sure, I'll watch this. And then when I went to his stream, I just saw that he had like 7 windows open of like one chat user's chat logs, and I was like, I just closed it. I was like, I can't put myself in that kind of headspace right now. Like I'm just, I felt my anxiety spike like immediately, and I was like, I'm just gonna go to like YouTube Music or something. He was like, you literally, and I was like, click. I can't see this right now. I already do it on my own stream, and it makes me anxious. I can't do it. I can't do it as a consumer as well. Oh, it's good though. It's good entertainment. Chat court. Anyway, what am I doing on this run? I totally forgot. ModView keeps saying new unbans, but it's not as many as they say there are. I got like a new thing, basically, which is I only do chat court when I personally have banned somebody that stream. Because I don't want to just like... I mean, like, it does always end up being entertaining. But like, I have the most context for the chat court when I was the person who banned them, which makes it a lot easier for me to render my verdict. Yeah, or if it's Apollo's. But I told Apollo, I was like, I will always read them, but I will never act on them. That's outside of my jurisdiction. But I don't want to just do it like if somebody got banned like 6 years ago. I'm kind of like, you know, I don't know. I missed the part where that's my problem. No, it's not Spirit Hearts. You know, I'm sure there's like, you know, probably like 100 people in chat that like probably got perma 8 years ago. And they did the Patrician's Choice and they just made a new account. And they're living amongst us and we'll never know. Sus. Imposter Among Us. That angel room, that burns me up, man. Isn't that TOS? I mean, I think if your account gets banned by Twitch, that's TOS. If you just get banned from somebody's chat, and then you make another account, I don't know if that counts as ban evasion in the same way. It's not like a terms of service violation. It's like a, you know, you probably just said something that annoyed me. But I'm not in charge of that level of enforcement. That's all up to Emmett Shear. You got to go to Emmett's chat court for that one. We already went to this room and it stunk. It stinks And I don't like... Man, we are not fighting Hush either. Bro, I stun-locked myself. Actually, the run's just a little spotty, but... Don't even get me started on shopping cart theory, man. It's crazy the amount of people out there that don't return their shopping carts. By the way, when I said don't get me started, what I meant is thanks for bringing it up. I love talking about it. It's like, it's the same thing, and like, I shouldn't say I don't really care, but like, I care a lot less if I'm at like the movie theater and people leave all their garbage in their cup holder and stuff like that. If it's like, you know, 2 teenagers or something, who cares, right? It's not, you know, that's... they shouldn't be doing it, but in terms of like society's problems, it's not that big of a deal, I guess. But when we saw The Incredibles 2, and there was like a husband, wife, and 2 young kids next to us, and then the kid went to pick up his trash to throw it in the garbage, and his parents were like, "Nah, just leave it here. That's what they have people for that." I was like, that's why, essentially, the spirit of my political beliefs are that everybody on Earth, once a year, should get a fight card where you can legally fight anybody you want only once. And the fact is, if you can only use it once, most people won't use it at all because they'll be like, is this really worth using it? I don't know. So there would be a lot less fights, I think, than you would expect there to be. Most people, and they would not roll over. They would not roll over, okay? Or there would be a lot of fights on December 31st. It would just be a freaking melee, dude. But when you decide, if somebody decided to fight you, like, you know, in March, they're like, I've been waiting for 3 months for something, and you finally made my list. You would think about your actions that led you to that. You would be like, you know what? That would really annoy that guy. I should think about my action. Or my actions, I should say. I hate that item. I would use it January 1st every year. But that one... You know what? This could be a great Soul of Isaac play, if we do it right. That one bummed me out, though, when, like, the parents and their kid were like... to their kid, they were like, nah, just leave that here. There's people for that. I'm like, yeah, there's also, like, things for that called trash cans. They leave them outside of the theater every single movie. Dude, that's pretty sick. Yeah, we're ready. Okay. Easy choice. The rest of these are actually insulting. Do you clean your seat of spilled popcorn when you leave? How much popcorn are you spilling down there, man? Don't talk to me. A lot? I mean, here's it. If you have... I think a lot of, like, public cleanliness standards... It just comes down to, I don't want to say common sense, because I'm not sure that such a thing exists. But I think it comes down to your amount of effort to prevent a problem versus the amount of effort somebody else has to put in to fix it. So they're gonna clean the movie theater regardless. They have brooms, you know, they have vacuums and stuff like that. They have specialized tools and duties to make sure they get the popcorn off the floor, okay? If you drop a bunch of popcorn on the floor, I don't think it's your responsibility to clean that up. But if you're walking to the exit anyway, you should bring your soda cup and your popcorn and, you know, stuff like that, just to save them some time, because you're doing it anyway. It's the same with, like, you know, the shopping cart. You know, the shopping cart, you're saving yourself almost no amount of time. But then on top of that, not only are you making somebody else put in, you know, more effort because they have to notice your shopping cart's there, locate it, walk to it, and then also walk it to its home, but you're also inconveniencing, like, everybody else around you that needs to use the parking lot. It's just ignorant. Some shopping carts here, I find, like, if you're in, like, a suburban area, they have that, like, the coin release for the shopping cart, but, like, in the city, we're operating, like, on a cashless economy here. It's like Burning Man out here. If they made every shopping cart require a quarter, no one would ever use a shopping cart ever again. Nobody carries cash, or very, very few people carry cash. Yeah, you get the quarter back afterwards. I'm just saying they don't, most people don't have change on their person here. Collecting shopping carts is my favorite part of working at the grocery store. I mean, that's fine. Is probably like, the uncollected shopping carts is probably like the worst part of AWA's worked of having to park at a grocery store. Black market. Error room. I'm like, I'm not owned. I'm not owned. I'm owned. This better take me up, man. Yeah, okay, sure, no problem. Where did... Oh, I forgot. Yeah, we had to keep... Wait, what am I doing on this run? I forgot. I got stun locked by the shopping cart conversation. So here's a question for you. When you use Soul of the Lost, do you become the Lost for a room, or do you just get Holy Mantle? No, we're saving the 4th chest for later. It's called Dessert Meta. You become the Lost. Okay, let's not do that then. Yeah, Soul of the Lost, I'm certified to say that actually Soul of the Lost is pretty good for me to poop on. Do you like Soul of the Lost? Yes. No. Take it? Haha, he took a bad item. Haha. Oh, it's not zany unless you make the same zany choice a million times in a row, so it's boring. So zany, dude. You turned himself into a losing run. Funniest thing I ever saw, dude. Funniest thing I ever saw. If everything's zany, nothing's zany. Exactly. That's what Ice Cube says at the start of Straight Outta Compton. When something's zany, nothing's zany. With Homing Tears and the Fetus, it might not be too bad. Hear me out, though. By the same token, with Homing Tears and the Fetus, it might still be bad. Two can make that argument. Now that we appear to have reached an impasse. Source, dude, just trust me. What happened to old NL that had the fire of Zane in him? Old NL was still working off of teaching meta, where he was concerned that the audience was basically 5 years old, and if you ever stopped entertaining them with the lowest common denominator at any given moment, they would switch to a channel that fit their needs more. New NL has ironclad self-confidence and understands that we offer something here you can't get elsewhere on Twitch, namely Night at the Roxbury references. And as a result, I feel like I have become emboldened and empowered to make my own decisions. And if you don't like it, Napoleon, you can leave. How dare you? Yeah. It's like the opposite of that One Direction song that was like, you don't know you're beautiful and that's what makes you beautiful. I know I'm beautiful. And that's what makes me terrible. You're the only channel on Twitch with solo banter, and I respect it. I respect your comment, but can I tell you, I had a special moment last night when I was setting some videos. I was looking for who I follow that was live. Dick Hammer was live. I said, let's watch Dick Hammer play a little Isaac. And MF was bantering out of his gourd. Brief moments of talking about the game, which is, you know, I can't blame him. But he was talking about, like, you know, what happened to his friends from high school and, like, what happens to friendship in general as you get older and, like, you have kids and stuff like that. And I was like, yo, this guy's spitting, man. And I thought about typing in chat, this guy's spitting. But then I was like, nah, then people are going to be like, oh, the NL's here, like... Oh, hello, hello, and then I gotta type HCJ, guys. Delirium? We do want to do it, but I also... I mean, if we're gonna do this, like, the portal stays, right? Thank God, okay. I want to get more items from here if possible. Can we not say hello to you in other chats? I don't know, like, it makes me feel weird. It's not like I'm like, you can't talk to me. But, like, he had a good thing going with his bit. And I was like, if I just go into chat and type, like, this MF spittin', then it's like, I'm making it, like, about me. I'm distracting him from his bit. Like, not always, but sometimes when I'm in the middle of something, like a good topic of conversation, and then a streamer comes in and is like, hello. I'm like, hi. You know? Like, I gotta acknowledge you for politeness, but I'm off on my own tangent right now. So I don't want to necessarily... Yeah, Josh in particular. Because he doesn't take no for an answer. Like, if you don't respond to Josh's banter in, like, 30 seconds, he's like... Wow, I guess I'm chopped liver. And then I'm like, oh, sorry, I didn't see it. And then he's like, no, it's cool. I guess I'm like a piece of crap. And then I'm like, this is not, come on, man. It's not like, I get you got a couple of Pacificos in you. It's 4 p.m. on a Sunday. Like, you're trying to use your fight token. But I'm just trying to get through my workday here. I wouldn't come to, like, the business factory and slap the business out of your mouth. So don't come to my Twitch chat and something. I don't really remember the joke. We'll work that one up in post. Editors, that one's on you. Disable clips. Clips disabled. Clips re-enabled. They wouldn't make this Delirium. They would totally make that Delirium. Damn, someone hit you with a -30? That's, come on, minus 30 is a bad joke. Bro, I've been watching more Taji videos. I am inclined to believe that that is a very funny man. What does Soul of Apollyon do again? I can't remember. But Taji does the I don't know his full real name, so I apologize. He does 1-star reviews for Vice, but he also does a series called Better Man, where he seeks to improve himself by doing things like going to live in a hippie commune for a couple of days. Just funny. I completely forgot where I was going with this, and it was a great point. Hold on. It was when somebody hit me with the minus... Oh, I remembered. Okay. Did you... Because then somebody said something about being an asshole. And then... I was going to talk about... I guess in 2017, Taji went to a ventriloquist convention. And after meeting Jeff Dunham, he called him an asshole. And then after that, like several years later, he got invited on a ventriloquist podcast. And the ventriloquist community was freaking lighting him up, man. They were hitting him with like the Ben Shapiro, like, so you really think Jeff Dunham's an asshole? Oh, like you're doing right now? Like you're doing right now? First off, I didn't realize that there's a podcast about ventriloquism. I also didn't realize, I mean, I'm not in the community. Statistically, we may have a ventriloquist enthusiast here. I didn't know that Jeff Dunham was considered like a pillar of the community. Obviously, he's a very famous ventriloquist, but I also thought that they would be aware of the fact that he kind of fucking sucks. And, like... maybe they don't want that to be the face of their entire medium, but I guess like it's quite the opposite. They're instead like he's a hero. He opened a lot of doors for the community. I was gonna be at a ventriloquist convention once, but I threw out my voice. Hi-oh! So does Soul of Apollyon give you a lot of flies for the floor, or does it give you a lot of flies just for like a room, or until they like disappear or whatever? For room? That's terrible! Stinky! I just can't imagine. I mean, I think it was also played up for laughs a little bit, don't get me wrong. I just can't imagine, like, running a podcast where you're like, we're gonna get this son of a bitch who did a hit piece on Jeff Dunham. Ahmed the Dead Terrorist is like the Beethoven's fifth of the ventriloquism community. How dare you? I mean, we're ventriloquists. We're pretty edgy, but, like, we gotta draw the line somewhere. Okay, so this could also be Delirium. It's all Delirium? Oops, all Delirium? That's the only puppet I remember. It is perhaps the most memorable. No doubt about that. Oh, that's good. Don't forget about Walter, though, the old man who is old and a man, and he looks like this. He's always doing that, you know? His face is always doing that. He's always turning to the side. You sussy baka. I don't know, Walt. If you're Delirium, I'm gonna be mad. Just kidding, I'm happy. How long has this run been going? It's not that long. This one's like an hour. We had a little bathroom break in the middle. This one, I mean, the run has actually been like pretty solid, honestly. We are gonna die, so that's gonna put like a damper on things. Yoo-hoo, big summer blowout. Yeah, we're gonna get like telefragged on occasion. Kind of feel like we should just shoot like this. And then run around. And just try to survive. And we'll get many opportunities to deal with this as we have full health. Plus the wafer, which is very nice. So I'm excited just lasts like forever now, huh? This might be a long one. Always has. Hey, is the game running a little fast for you? Or is it just me? Silence, I kill you. But, you know, when it comes to Jeff Dunham's act, like, it's not all bad. You gotta remember, some of it's bad, and some of it is, like, frickin' terrible. It's not all bad. Some of it's awful. I'm not trying to give people the impression by saying that all of his catalog is merely bad. I would be remiss if I didn't remind you of the stuff that was worse than bad. Good owns. Bet you liked it when it came out. Heavily wrong. As I was not born in Jackson Hole. I was listening to good comedy back then, like Dane Cook. It's time to die. It's not time to die. I keep flip-flopping. I think we may win. It's gonna suck on the way to winning. But this will be a little feather in our cap, no doubt about it. We should not just shoot. We should go out with a bang. Thank you, old bandage. Please. End Maggie's bow. End Maggie's bow. You're not wrong. It's a tough run to kill. Thank you, Infamy. No thank you, Infamy. No thank you, Infamy. Come on, man. Are you crazy? I just walked over here. You see any of Dan's Kid Icarus today? I didn't. I saw that he was playing Kid Icarus, and I was like, what? But he's always gone to bat for Kid Icarus. He's always been the guy who's like, it starts bad, but then it gets amazing. Did it end with him eating peas again? It did? Dude, this man he's gonna love peas by the end of this calendar year. He ate him off camera. Oh, here we go again. Same as the eggplant. Please. I'm just asking for like a little luck. I will take it in various forms. One form would be the Larry Jr. glitch that causes Delirium to die. The other would be old bandage popping through. So we don't need that heart yet. Thank you! Thank you! We might as well pick up this. We don't need that other one yet, though. What happened to it? Oh. Stationary boss. I'm a simple man. I see a stationary boss on Delirium Phase 2. I'm excited, and I pog. Fair. We don't need to stay too close to that. Let's not get super greedy. Just don't let your crown drop, King. This is so bad. Like, I don't mean like our run is bad. I just mean this boss is like... It's not just the boss, it's the I'm excited pill too, but like, it's so comically horrible. Like, it's just chaos, man. Thank you, old bandage. We're chilling. Confirmed chilling. Like, what is happening? Are you supposed to be able to parse at any given moment what's going on here, or? Yeah, thank God for the red poop, man. Like, if it weren't for that, we would be doing no damage. Whip. The dodges, though. Either way, dude, like, this run's gonna be a dub. In all likelihood. And I almost became the Joker. We also have to acknowledge, like, it's been a great day at Isaac. Done a lot of good stuff today, a lot of difficult stuff. Thank God for the wafer. You might choose to say, like, oh, you got carried by wafer, you know, Maggie's bow, old bandage, etc., etc. I prefer to think of it like as the corollary, which is like this run took all of that in order to work, and even then, it wasn't really comfortable. Like, that just goes to show you how little we had in the other avenues and domains, I think. Be dead. Like, just be dead. You're dead. Look at your health. You're dead, dude. You're dead. Okay, get owned. Now you resign. Okay, long run. We did unlock Jello. Gello. Would you look at that? That should be the end of Tainted Lilith. Full post-it note on the tainted characters. Would you look at that? /marker Ross Gello.